SGC here, and we are back for a movie review.
とある町に引っ越してきたこの二人、実は
私たちが夫婦？
兄弟だ。休業中に殺しなんかやってみろ。俺がお前を殺す。
町で必死に仕事を探してるんです。
時給800円やぞ。やるよ。
タメ口？
やらせていただきます。
だった！採用。
The Fable. So directed by Kan Eguchi. This is his second film, and this is based off the manga of the same name, written by Katsuhisa Minami. And the movie is written by Yusuke Watanabe. And it came out June 21st of 2019. And yeah, so the manga was actually published back in 2014 in a Weekly Young magazine. And it's the winner of the general category of the 41st Kodansha Manga Award in 2017. Yeah, so it stars Junichi Okada. So we've seen him around. I saw his Sengi, I can never pronounce that epic battle. Sengi Hagara. I don't know. But he was in that. I watched it on the flight, but I didn't review that. My bad. And also Samurai Marathon. Also didn't review that. And basically everyone else I don't really know, which was nice. Granted, I just randomly found this, and this is more in the vein of like Luck Key, the 2016 Korean film. But anyways, back to this. So what's this film about? Well, basically it's about a hired assassin who gets a year off and he can't kill anyone, and obviously things happen to him while he's off. And that's basically the entire film. So what did I think? First off, there's a lot packed into this 2 hours. We have the establishment of him being a hired killer, then his year off, then the Yakuza happenings, then the civilians, then the Yakuza happenings tying up to him and the civilian, and then what is he gonna do? That happens all in 2 hours. And definitely everyone plays to their strengths in a sense where whatever is established, they deliver in terms of performance. As in the Yakuza are really brutal and intense. And that's one thing that really was weird for me. The tone of this movie is weird. We have the very beginning, a very John Wick type of thing, but they stylistic by saying like, oh, he has percentages of how he's gonna hit someone, headshot or not, and that's all visualized as he's killing people. Cool, interesting, John Wick wagon. Then later on, we sort of understand our lead, and he has this weird personality, really awkward. There's a whole segment of him just watching this totally not funny thing, but he finds it hilarious, and that's like a running gag for the entire show, the entire movie. And then we also get like him not being able to eat hot food, like he has to like blow on it, and he's still like, and everyone's just like, what is wrong with you? Like, you know, it's like your friend who eats like spicy food and you taste no spice, and yet they're like, it's so spicy, like that kind of vibe. So there's that humor. So like, yeah, John Wick adaptation, that type of humor. Then you have the Yakuza violence. Whoa. Like that violence goes hand in hand with the John Wick adaptation, but with the visuals of their John Wick, it's less intense. But holy crap, the Yakuza violence and gore, a lot of headshots, a lot of just like, whoa, am I watching Outrage or something? That leads me to the guy that plays Kojima. So I actually just found out now as I'm looking him up. Yuya Yagira, he was in Gintama, the adaptation, so I guess that's why he's so over the top, but it totally works. Like, he is such a deranged like pimp. He is so intense and you're just scared of him, and his overacting fits his like personality because it blows everyone out of the water in terms of like, holy smokes, this guy is intense, don't mess, he's gonna just slice you up if you breathe a little bit hard or louder or something. So he was really cool, and it meshed well with the Yakuza part of the movie. But then slowly we have like the civilian stuff, and then it became just like another thing. And then the Yakuza and civilian stuff where it's like, whoa, this is harassment, sexual harassment, and it's like blackmailing, that's intense stuff. Then it got really crazy in terms of like seriousness. And then he's involved again, and then there's an action sequence that was legit Jackie Chan, like doing this wall climb, and then a character legit said, "Who is he? Jackie Chan?" That was a little bit on the nose there. And then the action went really weird, as in it sort of was like John Wick realistic Yakuza gore, then it just became Super Soldier, as in I can shoot everyone as much as I want. That's fine, but then it becomes like comical, as in how did he not die? Like you're running around in a facility, and then you have, like, I don't know, like 30 plus guys, and you're dragging a guy around and you're protecting him, and you can't kill anyone. Then he starts getting injured, and that's okay, but it's like, how does he not die? And there's one sequence where he's just, hey, climb up there, and then he like boosts him up, but it's like 30 people around him and they just watch him. Or like when he waves an empty gun around, they all get scared. And these are Yakuza. Like, I mean, there's a lot of guns in this movie, so it's already kind of like, oh, I didn't know Yakuzas can get so many guns so easily. And then you have the assassins, the other assassins that were introduced right after John Wick segment, and they're just like, I want to kill this legend. And you're like, they're brutal. They just killed like a random bystander, and then when they show up again, they become like this prancing monkey thing where it's just like, look at me, go, 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 dodge this bullet here, dodge that, and it's just like, ha ha ha. And it's just like, what happened to like the realism that they were trying to go for? And then the movie just ended. And then, yeah, I don't know. So this is a manga adaptation. I don't know how long the manga was or how much is like adapted into this movie. If you read the manga, do tell me, like, did they really bunch up the entire series into 2 hours? Like, first off, the 2 hour mark is always tricky for me, in a sense where I feel a lot of Japanese films are pushing the, we must do 2 hours. And for once, I felt like there was so much packed into this that they just packed way too much into it, and then they should have like cut stuff out and sort of establish more things, develop more things. Like literally, I was so confused with the flashback scene, as in we learned about him, why does he not lie, and why does he like has a fear of hot food. Like, it's just, I think, again, like, what was that movie? That hotel movie that I recently reviewed, that was supposed, I felt like that could have been a TV series. Same here. I definitely felt that if this was adapted into a TV series like Barry on HBO, I think it would have done really well, because you would have those piecemeal storylines of helping civilians. You have like random action sequences of just him being like, I need to be normal. Like, that's what I thought the movie was gonna be about, but then it got really centered on this Kojima character and him blowing up with like being like, oh, I need to get my girls, I'm a parent, and then I'm gonna, you know, take over because I'm back, bitches type of vibe. And it's just like, there's so much packed into this, and it's just everything else sort of got affected, and it wasn't exciting. Granted, like, our lead, this is a different side of him where he's just so comical and sort of borderline The Office, Michael Scott cringe humor, because everyone doesn't get him. And then we have his partner who's just also just there, and I don't understand why. And then the civilian storyline, how she was connected to the Yakuza, that was also weird. I sort of wish that she wasn't. And then just the brutalness and tonal issues was all over the place. And like the showdown at the end, I do not understand. But yeah, I definitely was wondering, gosh, I do need to watch more Yakuza films. But like Yakuza films made in the last 10 years vibe. I looked up like top 10 Yakuza films, and they're mostly not, like, beyond Outrage, it's like farther, like older films, and that's sort of a bummer. Though I do have to watch VIP Gangster, that series. I have bought it on Blu-ray that I just haven't gone through. So there's a lot of Japanese stuff that I want to watch and review for you guys, because I think I'm just gonna do that instead, because I'm sort of sick of mainstream movies. And you know, with the whole COVID-19 thing, I don't want to be outdoors anyways. So yeah, and then yeah, so also just a little update on my life. I mean, we had renos here, so that's why this took a while to get back to, and it just, you know, life is life and things get busy. But I'm back. Don't know when. Watching The Grudge. So you can look forward to that. But anyways, I am going on a tangent. So yeah, I mean, interesting concept. John Wick bandwagon. Good try, but you should have tried harder. And you had a manga to adapt this off. So is it really a John Wick adaptation? Or John Wick wannabe? I don't know. I never read the manga. So probably not so much. But the vibe that they were giving off felt like it. Because it's the John Wick era now. Anyways, that's it. Keep liking, keep watching, and subscribe, and share, because sharing is caring. And that's it for this movie review for The Fable. Out.